I was accused of being a lesbian because of working with people who were suspected to be lesbians also. Some was cheat, like what saying us, we have tattoos with completely, but it's actually.
Yeah.
So like kwenye tattoos wali business yeye. Sili mtu alienda akachora kenye anataka kuchora. So he's cheating like from the blouse to the skirt.
During strike, they closed our dormitory door for all the Form 1s, and they banned the school and they left us because they closed. Well, no one could get out the Form 1s. They banned
closed
it.
The
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
But they didn't set it on fire. So today I'm graciously joined by two young adults. They'll be telling us about themselves and sharing their experiences with us. So help me welcome Ian and Wangari. So karibuni on set. I would like to begin with the gentleman. Please tell us a bit about yourself, a bit of your background.
My name is Ian Gige.
Thank you. Karibu sana. And lady, karibu sana.
Okay.
Yes.
My name is Wangari.
I will be discussing today about our experiences, especially in high school. So maybe to begin with, Ian, you could let us know about your transition. How was it? Now you moved. At what point did you move? Was it at high school or in primary school?
In primary school.
In primary school.
Yeah.
So I would like to know about the transition from class 8 to now you've joined Form 1. How was it? How was your first experience of high school?
My first experience in high school, at first it was quite difficult because the school that I joined, they had this culture that every year they had to strike. And being new to that school, I was not, familiar with things how they run. So, and actually that year, bullying was not yet over in that school.
Okay.
So, many of the times that I found myself, in the wrong path. To them it was a wrong path, but to the school it was the right path. Because I remember there is once I went home with one shoe. At a feet that was new, but I homed with one shoe all the way from. I used to school at Gatunguru Boys. It's in Gatondo North. I came with one shoe, and now my parents were like, "What happened?" And I had a difficult time to explain because one thing, now I'm like, I didn't know those boys. I knew them by the nicknames. Once he report, and then the APT was like, "I don't know that guy." You see, it is not recorded in our. No one is called by that name. So my parents had to buy a new one, and coming back for second term, now that's when they used to strike. And being Form 1, we used to, our dorm was separate from the others. There were Form 2s and 3s and Form 4s. So during strike, they closed our dormitory door for all the Form 1s. And they banned the school and they left us because they closed. Well, no one could get out the Form 1s. They banned
Closed
it.
The but they didn't set it on fire.
No. Yeah. So after now the chaos settled, now the door was open, and funny enough, we stayed there for like 2 days before we went home. The entire school was full, only Form 1s. The rest had gone home. So it was quite hard because now everything is down. We don't know what is this place.
So for you, it was more like a baptism by fire.
Yeah.
Joining high school.
Yeah. I felt like, I want to quit. But looking at where I come from, you are like, no,
I can't afford to quit.
I've already started.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, we have to keep at it. I'll get back to, we'll pursue that, but we also want to hear about Wangari's experience, the transition. You are excited, you're joining Form 1, you've arrived, and what was your initial experience when you joined Form 1?
Well, the transition from primary school was very slow, and I was really excited to join a boarding school because I kept telling my parents when I was in class, I think 5, 6, that I wanted to join a boarding school, but they were wanakata kabisa. Yes, I'm in high school. So now being called into a boarding school, I was so happy because it's the first time I'm away from my parents. Anything I was away and I was a small girl. And so I'm happy in a window care for a while, even if it's for like half a term. And really quite excited na between but like having my own box, having to organize my shopping there, include it's really excited made me so excited. So also I have an elder sister and elder cousin, so gave me some tips on how to survive in high school. So I had no problem getting into high school. My past experience was okay. Form 1, Form 2 was fine.
So even after you arrived, okay, bullying was not a problem for you.
Food was enough.
Yeah, major.
Everything was just
Okay.
I loved it.
Good to hear that. All right. So, Ian, you've gone through this, and now it's Form 1. Did you share those challenges with your parents? Did you at one point let them know that it's quite tough? Of course, they got to witness you with one shoe, which I think any parent that would just be like, what's happening here? But did you share, or a guardian? Did you share even with your guardian or your parent?
Actually, I shared with a lot of people, but they used to claim that bullying is a lot longer. You know, it's normal. Bullying ended there those years. But I used to tell them, you know, it ended, but there are those ones, they knew, they pretend to be good, but uko chini chini, and those they are only wabaya. So I tried to explain to them, and they were like, you don't want that school, or what is it?
Oh, so it was interpreted like you don't want the school.
Yeah, so, you know, it reached a point, I had to, you know, just let it go and bear with the situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you get to talk about that challenge with anybody, like a counselor in school, like what you were going through? Because sometimes maybe a counselor could help. Did you approach any, like there's a guidance and counseling teacher in high school, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you get to ask?
The guidance and counseling teacher, I talked to her in Form 3 because now in Form 3 I saw this thing is not going.
Oh, it didn't end in Form 1.
Yeah, it
persisted.
It's a culture every year. So when I was in Form 3, now I had to talk to her because it was too much. Yeah, I saw it is not taking this. Yeah.
Okay. She helped.
Yeah. She helped, and where it didn't stop, but
you were able to cope.
Yeah, I was able.
She gave you coping skills, or?
Yeah, she told me such a situation when it happens, it's good for you to remain in school, but it was again hard because you know, boys, they are like even if you have friends, a lot of friends, they are like, you know what, yeah, let's go home. You see that peer pressure behind you, and it's pressing you know what, let's go home. And then the teacher is like, such situation, just remain in school because one thing, you will not be charged. And then on the other side of it, I saw, yes, I will not be charged. And then looking at my background, I was like, what if I go home, I'm going to pay a damage that I didn't. I only participated in going home. So I was like, even if I have friends, at times, you know, yeah, because I don't know your background, but I know mine. So many of the times that I opted.
So it's more about knowing yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Wangari.
Yes.
Any challenges that you experienced in high school?
Yes, in my latter years, from Form 3 and Form 4, that's where I it started going south. So when I was in Form 4, no, Form 3, I was there was a case that was going on in school.
Okay.
And I was accused of being a lesbian because of working with people who were suspected to be lesbians also. So at first, they thought it was rumors, wali put off to your story, and it's ikaisha kabisa. So now when I joined Form 4, Tilingia 2020, this time before COVID started, no, the case ikakuwa kubwa sana. So they called our parents. No, so at first they did like an inspection at the whole school. Okay, and the boxes where everyone, lockers, looking for things that can, what they're suspecting many people. So wanatafuta pointers that to prove that this person is a lesbian and this one is not. So they did the inspection in our boxes and our lockers. So I don't know what they found in my locker. Alafu, given the history I have with those girls, they were from 3, there were 2 girls. But they were not lesbians. Walikuwa pia wao wanakuwa accused because wanafanyanga vitu pamoja, like almost all the time, and they're in the same class, and they wakienda lunch wanaenda pamoja, they wash the plates together, go back to class together. So hakiwa high school, in such a case when you see 2 people mara mingi pamoja, you are accused of being lesbian. Ukionekana ukiwa peke yako unaambiwa you're using drugs. Sure, in a group.
So if you are alone,
Yeah.
you're accused of using drugs.
Yes, so if you two, you're lesbian.
What if
you
you're
are again, mnataka kuchoma shule. There was almost something. If you befriend the teachers, especially male teachers, unaambiwa you are having a relationship with them.
So
with female teachers, unatafuta marks, sijui waongeze for exam.
So we are the safe space.
Actually, hakuna safe space.
So they
Yeah,
get accused.
Sasa so nikapa hiyo history yenye nilikuwa nayo ya kutembea na wao. Plus I don't know what, I had a notebook, the way you can be journaling your stories, so I don't know what they found kwa notebook yangu. Ikaongeza ikakuwa like adding salt to injury kwa the previous history I had with those girls. And then now ikatengenezwa list, we were accused. So ilikuwa like a big group, we were almost 30 people, like the mpaka form 1, so tunaambiwa we are recruiting the form 1s. So it was a whole case, mnaitwa pa ofisi moja moja, and it's a big group of lady teachers, like women. And now they gang up against you. Ni wakuka like 6 or 7 of them in the principal's office, so unaitwa hapo. You try pleading your case, hawataki kusikia. We throw all sorts of insults your way. So they wanted to threaten that they're going to suspend us, or better yet, expel us.
So it was tough time for
tough.
you. Yeah.
So after they told us they're going to call our parents. So me thought wakanyamaza like a week. So mi nikadhani hiyo story imeisha. So one day I'm coming, tulikuwa na lesson the physics. Not in our school, 3 sciences was not compulsory. So you either choose physics or biology, or you do both. So for us when tulikuwa tunafanya physics, so tulikuwa tunaenda physics lab, so watu wa biology wanabaki class, or it's their free time, they can do what they want. So the classes ilikuwa karibu na admin office, and the parking was just there. So it was the last class ya siku, which was unaishanga for 10. So for 10 tumetoka lab, tunakuja a short break, and we go for immediate classes. Naona gari ya baba yangu actually. So let's be further do at school. Kuingia class, so the biology students wananiambia, hey, we have seen your dad, amekuja huku like 30 minutes ago na hajatoka kwa ofisi bado. Sana shida kuingia, I thought your case iliisha. So akakaa another 30 minutes, so I was called to the office around like close to 5. So yote imekuwa uko ndani. So what they do, they used to call your parent, wanampatia story yote, wanamdanganya, they feed him with all the lines, then unaitwa saa zenye mzazi ameshakasiri. So we found him nikingeuka napata dad ako, you can't see, like anataka tu kutoa the shit ya nicha because he can't believe it. So Sunday nikaambiwa nikaingia hapo, do you know why you're saying? I'm like, no. Can you tell your father you are a lesbian? Kambia no, because I'm not. No, my dad doesn't want to hear me. Ashafidiwa the line, so he's being the teachers. So I'm crying, hataki kusikia. I'm like, Dad, how come unamini hawa mama? I've been here, I've been with you since I was a small girl. You know what I can do and what I can't do. But bado unaside na wow, hataki kusikia, he's so mad. Macho ati imekuwa red. So wakampatia stories, okay, then they read some letters. Walipata some letters wasichana walikuwa wanaandikiana, because they were girls who were lesbians for real. So they were reading, and so my dad hizo wakimwambia tini zangu,
or so whatever evidence was used was not
what
you had
and it was not mine.
okay.
So we had a known case tukapigana huko kwa ofisi or what.
What do you mean tukapigana?
I mean, like, when they're saying things, I'm trying to defending myself. Wanasema hapana, wanakumbuka makosa maybe nilifanya, maybe niko kwa noise mechanism or something, they add it there. So my dad has always been one to side with teachers. Kutoka kitambo anajonga kuna siku mwalimu kuna makosa. So mimi ndo niko na makosa hapa. So after we were done with the discussion, it was long. I was asked, do you have anything to say to your father before you go home? No, my dad was like, how many siendi nyumbani na yeye? Siwaambia twende. So I don't know, when they cooled down and they told me they're not going to give me a suspension, they're going to punish me. So they asked me, do you have something you want to tell your dad? Nikamwambia, yes, do it here, then go back to class. They don't want me to talk to him privately. Some he don't know. Yeah, I want to talk to my dad privately. No, you say what you want to say here. Namwambia, no, it's a family matter. I had to lie, then I started crying. And my dad said, it's okay, let's go outside and talk. And I told Dad, so crazy. So I'm there crying. And my dad was like, no.
So,
So my dad doesn't want to listen to me. So then he left. No, he didn't get a chance like to talk busily. Because it was January, I kept the dates like very close.
So that
Yeah, that was like, I think January 22nd, 2020. Then, they told me that they're going to give me a punishment. So my dad was mad. They were like, nilikuwa nafaa kwenda job Mombasa leo, sasa nimecancel trip sababu ya hii tabia umefanya huku, umeitana walimu unaniaibisha, sijui nini, all the words he could use. I was just saying. Then he left. So a few days later, all of us were suspects. Tukapelekwa kwa computer lab. It was a big place. So the desks zikapushiwa to one corner. And we were strict. Like they were telling us, we have tattoos. So they strict me. Wakitafuta wenye wako na tattoos. So I'm like, kwani tattoos ni business here? Msingi mtu alienda akachora kenye anataka kuchora. So they stripped us like from the shirt, blouse to the skirt. But okay, I didn't have a tattoo, but kuna watu walikuwa nazo. But I was wondering, I don't think there's anything wrong with the tattoo. Yeah. Then they were like body shaming me. So that's the first time I experienced body shaming. They were like, hiyo bra yako ni ndogo, sijui mama yako kupege zingine, you're so big.
That was wrong. On his own front, wrong.
So that's the first time I experienced dishevel. So from that, kind of midterm. Okay, no, we were given a punishment. Kuna shamba ilikuwa ya watu wa agriculture uko chini. Kililima like 2 whole days, like kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni in usual class. So it was a very difficult job, especially those in a background you always have agriculture. So it had
So each person was given like a whole you
worked with a big
all of us to come together.
Jioni kwa imeisha. So mtu analima 5 minutes anasikia kama it's over now, I want to die. You know, I'm going to get you for it.
And especially when you remember the circumstances that led to this, it's like you're guilty of what being accused of.
Very innocent. Yeah. So tukaenda midterm. My sister alikuwa amemaliza form 4 already, so she was at home waiting to join campus. So going home, I think my dad didn't come for me that time. He sent someone else. I think he was still mad at me. It was January. Towards the end of January, midterm ilikuwa fed up katikati. So he sent someone, I think a neighbor, telling her, nikanikujia nikaenda home. So napata mom bado alipewa story there hapo kwa January. She's mad. See what happened in the school. So there was a whole family meeting that evening with a grade. So my sister at least was kinda on my side because alikuwa shule yetu, so she knew what those teachers were capable of. So alikuwa anajaribu kunitetea, but dada, ana mimi nilisomea hizo barua, niliona from. Sasa it was a rough time. Her home midterm 1 week, then we went back to school, and then COVID struck mid-March. We came back home. Then our relationship is like ilikuwa imeisha. Because me and my dad have been friends kutoka kitambo. Now hii kitu imeharibu everything. So the whole time tukiwa COVID, tulikuwa tunafight tu kila saa. Nikimake mistake hivi, ananikumbusha hiyo story. So that was March. Then at least sometime in July, he started warming up and said, like, could let go. But he told me that I shouldn't cut off all those friends who high school. After new friends, ama nikose kuwa na friends.
At least by that time now he started warming up.
Yeah, he started.
And we got an opportunity to now explain to him that.
But he couldn't listen.
Okay, and it's a tough experience to go through.
Yes.
In different ways in a boys-only school, isn't it? Boys-only school, yeah? You were in a boys-only school.
Yeah.
And in a girls-only school. So challenges are different,
Yeah.
Based on different, if it's a boys' school, a girls' school, the challenges may be different. And sorry about that. I think on this show, we are really emphasizing on the need to voice out, the need to talk. And for me, if I could weigh in on that, it would be to tell them that if you can't talk to that parent, if you can't talk to that guardian, there's always somebody who is close. There's always somebody you can talk to. There's always somebody you can identify, even if it is in a religious setup or it's in the church or in the community. Somebody you know is a friend to your parents. Talk to that person. Let them know that this is a challenge. I don't know how to approach this with my guardian, and I would like your help in this. So let us normalize asking for help, because sometimes I think the young people also find it difficult to ask for help. All right. So thank you so much for sharing with us. It's been a wonderful session. We've learned a lot. But maybe just in a brief way, talk to the parents.
Reach out to the parents out there. I'd like you to trust your children and learn to draw the line where it should be drawn. Like in my case, the case I had in school, it involved me, my friends, the teachers, and my parents also. And I would have been very happy if they at least wangenisikiza and they had my side of the story, so that I can be able to judge what alitoa makosa and why it was not my fault they believe me. Also, trust us and let us be able to pursue our passions, whatever we want to do, the skills we want to gain, believe in our abilities. And because at the end of the day, we also want the best for ourselves. Is the way I learned the worst for myself. So yes, that's what I would say.
Oh, thank you. Awesome. And so we would want you also to let us know. I voice out to and yeah.
A kid that any kid is missing what his or her fault to be hard to be he or she does not have a parent without his fault, and it's hard for those kids to open up to you guys, and because one thing they in their mind they see you're not buying whatever they are saying, and it's quite hard for them. They have issues. You're human beings. You go there, someone wronged you, and then you come here. You're just you're trying to explain to more, and they're not buying. To me, I say money is to error. Yes, you're not perfect, but and everybody deserves a second chance. I don't say that you're bad. What I would just like to say is, listen, talk to him or her. I know it's hard for them to open up, but you just try and fix on that shoe and try to explain to him or her, you know what, you are meaning to us, you're part of us, like he or she will feel she's loved, she's happy, instead of yes, you're not neglecting him or her, but somehow one step of your shoes, it's not in the track with him or her. So just listen to those kids. It's hard, very hard for them, and no one knows tomorrow, and no one knows what God's plan. And it's not like human beings God for that kid to be under your watch. No, it takes it takes a lot of pain to bear the situation. Actually, a lot of pain to bear the situation, and to cope with you, and to call you, to agree that you are my mother, you are my father, and you are responsible for my life. And many end up saying, you're not my mother, you're not my father, you can't tell me what to do. Just because you step away from his or her line, you're not even listening to him or her. So just be patient. Talk to her, sit down, talk. You see, he's a human being, she's a human being. We are human beings, we're probably making a mistake, but communication is the key. That pain that you had earlier, it's quite gone. Yeah, even if it's not going all of it, but large part of it, it's gone. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Quite weighty and very enlightening also. What I'm getting is they want to be trusted, want to be listened to, they want to be embraced, to be part of the family, and to actually experience that their opinion matters. They want the best for themselves. They may be young, but they need guidance. So thank you so much. That's really engaging, and thank you for being so open. It's going to benefit us, it's going to benefit the parents, it's going to benefit the teens, because I'm sure there are many of us who identify, as we started by saying, we all have an experience, we all have a journey, and we learn from each other so that we don't all make the same mistakes. And our parents, I know they want to love, they love you to bits, but sometimes we love and we do it wrong. So in this opportunity is when we get to learn and improve. So we all have space for forgiveness and growing together, and I'm sure we will have better relationships. Of course, the better relationships comes from voicing out what is inside so that it can be addressed and we can get an opportunity to improve on where we may have gone wrong. So I wish you the very best, even in your endeavors, as you join campus. We'll be following up to know how you're doing. And also, Wangari, thank you so much for joining us, and all the best. Thank you so much for watching. Today's guests have brought us into their space, and they have helped us to understand that they desire for us to hear them, trust them, and that they also learned along the way the importance of making the right decisions in life.